I survived my suicide attempt, and what now? I have now, in the beginning of this website I'm about to build up, I made around 30 different kind of small courses in different kind of directions, and I have decided from the beginning that I'll not make them personally. This means that I'll not, even though I have a lot of experience regarding a lot of things, I'll not color them by my opinions about anything at all. I'll keep straight to things which can be useful for a big range of people. And I've decided that this small course here is not going to be like the other ones. There's going to be a whole section in the future on this website regarding only suicides, because suicide is the deepest core of the human beings. All of these small courses I'm making on the website, and there's going to be a lot in the future, if I'm not closing it down within the next 3 months, because there's no interest for it. So I sincerely hope that I'll be able to manage to get it out to companies in the world, so they can offer it to the employees. But the whole issue about all of these small courses is that they are all like a small puzzle. Each one of them is like a small little puzzle in that big picture. That picture that should give life quality. Because if life quality is considered so low, then it's because then it will lead to what we're talking about right now, a suicide attempt. So if you take them all out one by one and listen to them single-wise, then you will find that they're pretty much useless one by one. But if you take them as a whole unit, you will start seeing a pattern in them, a pattern of that puzzle of life and life quality. And that's perhaps among the most the biggest thing regarding a suicide, is that that person who have decided, or you who perhaps have tried it, you who perhaps right now is listening to this because you are having these things in your thoughts, I can tell you that a lot of people in this world having those kind of thoughts. But when a person considers life quality in such a bad condition that being dead is better than being alive, that is the point where we reach the darkest point in your brain. When I make the courses, I normally take them very fast and they go straight forwards. But in between this, I make a lot of long breaks, because I actually have a lot to say about this. And I don't know where to start actually. But you see, suicide becomes like an obsession for that person, for you, who's spinning around with these thoughts. The more you are like working with these kind of thoughts, the more obsessed you get by them. And I'm quite sure that for those people who have come over a suicide attempt like I have many years ago, they can agree about one thing. And for you who's listening to this now, I think perhaps you can reckon a few things in this. But most people find that their life quality is so bad that they're playing for such a long time with these thoughts about suicide, because this is like the only backup you have left. It's the worst situation a human being can be in, that the only backup they have, the only hope they have, is death. But it's even worse than that, because to kill yourself is not a matter of taking a gun and put it against your head and pull the trigger. That's not what it's all about. It's way worse than that, because the human being who is playing with suicide thoughts are killing themselves slowly. It's the most painful death you can get. I don't think, to be honest, this much torture which can be worse than a person who through over a longer period continuously slowly killing themselves from the inside. This is something which normal people will not be able to understand. Not at all. But if you're a listener which have tried a suicide attempt, or who is walking around with a life quality which is really below zero, you know what I'm talking about. You're shutting your brain down. To shut your human brain down, to shut your you, that you are, to shut that person down slowly and painful, mental painful, day by day, and finally be able to reach that point where the machine is so shut down and is ready to pull that trigger. That is the worst that can happen for any person in this world, trust me. And nobody really understands it. And that's what these coming courses regarding suicide will be all about. That we, through those speeches I have here, through questions and through a few other things, we'll see if we are able to stop that process of shutting down you as a person and reversing it towards better life quality. Also to be able to rise yourself from that suicide attempt, which is among the most difficult things a human being can do. It is so incredibly difficult to rise yourself from a suicide attempt. But let me tell you something. It's possible. Other people have done it. I have done it. And you can do it too.